Today's review, we'll be reviewing Amir Exotic Sour Apple flavor. Talk a little bit about the Amir Exotic Sour Apple, or just the Amir Exotic line in general. Your jars are going to be really cool. They're actually a plastic jar. Looks like they're their only company that actually ships their tobacco in this type of jar. It's a plastic type container. Definitely reusable if you want to reuse it for anything. As you can see, it has a screw-on lid. As far as the cut of the shisha goes, it's going to be your typical Amir cut. If you've seen one Amir cut, you've pretty much seen them all. It's going to be red in color, a little bit on the larger cut, a few stems from time to time that are pretty easy to pick out. Can be kind of a pain in the butt pack at times, but for the most part it's going to be your run-of-the-mill shisha tobacco. One thing that I noticed is the leaves are actually on the bigger side. This one is very red in color, not entirely wet or sticky, but it is a little on the damp side. I wish there were a little more juices in this particular flavor, at least for the sour apple flavor. As far as the smell goes, this stuff smells a lot like Starbuzz's sour apple, and if you've never smelled Starbuzz's sour apple, it has like a very sweet, but at the same time somewhat sour, somewhat tangy type smell to it, similar to like a sour apple Jolly Rancher. One thing that I noticed about these plastic containers is you do smell a lot of plastic when you're trying to smell the tobacco, so one thing that I'd like to do is to actually take the tobacco out of the jar and smell it that way. It's not entirely of a really strong smell. It's not, you know, really It's really mild. It's a very mild smell, but you do smell the sour apple, you smell a lot of the apple flavor, and it's not really much of a candy apple, even though it does kind of have a Jolly Rancher type smell to it. It's more of a fruity apple. I guess that's the reason why it's such a mild scent. As far as the taste, this tastes exactly like it smells. It's very sweet, but at the same time, it has a little bit of a tang, a little bit of a sour type taste to it. Again, I say very sweet, but I don't mean a very sweet as in a real candy, sugary type sweet. It's mild enough to be actually sweet, like a fruit sweet. Got a lot of heat on there, you're going to get more of a smoky, kind of a deeper taste to it. But it definitely tastes like sour apple, kind of a mix between the candy and the fruit. The inhale is very sweet, whereas the exhale is very sour. Not one of my favorite flavors that I've ever had, but it is definitely probably one of my favorite sour apple flavors that I've had. As far as the clouds, you can see big white puffy clouds. You're definitely going to be in line with the rest of the Amir Exotic and just the Amir flavors in general that are on the market. They always seem to put out really nice, very consistent white clouds. As far as the buzz, no buzz whatsoever. The Exotic is a washed tobacco. It does have your typical 0.5% nicotine and zero tar. But as far as the duration, I've been smoking this bowl for some time now. The coals are actually getting somewhat small, but they are coconaras, so that's to be expected. As far as an overall score, this definitely falls around the 6.5 scale. It's middle of the road. It's not a fantastic tobacco. It's something I'll probably never buy, and it's one of those flavors that if you just really like sour apple, or if you're a big fan of the Amir Exotic line, definitely give it a shot. It's a solid flavor. This has been Jake with HookahDaily and ShishaForum.com, your definitive online hookah resource. And until next time, you guys keep smoking.